to this Mughal administration, and its real founder was Akbar, although it is also not needed to talk. Talking these things does not sound, let's say, it seems very strange that you take them. See, Mughal administration is synonymous with Mughal history. But yes, the real founder was Akbar time. During Akbar time, Mansabdari system started. This. And Mansabdari system is a bureaucratic system. It is the main, you can say that the crux of Mughal administration is if you talk in terms of administration or you talk in terms of steel frame, it is called Mansabdari system. So we'll tell you about a bit Mansabdari system. What is Mansabdari system? Then this Mansabdari system was a mixed type of system, civil and military. Mughal administration is the only administration in India which had manifestation of blend of both civil and military administration. Because civil functionaries also had, let's say, military duty, and military functionaries, they also had civilian duty. It was difficult to demarcate, let's say, that a line, means there was a clear lack of division of work in terms of military and civil, so it is an example of also military administration. This. Then since Kautilya, you know that Kautilya time we had Saptang principle, and then there was Amatya, there was Raj Purohita concept, you should know that the Mantrin system and division of work, four major, let's say that 4 and 5 major ministry departments that we told. So although there was also division of work during Mughal administration time, we had Diwan, Mir Bakshi, then Sadr, and there were 4 functionaries. One, let's say that one I am forgetting. So there were 4. While dictating, it may come in my mind. So no, Sadr was there, not Qazi, let's say. Mir Saman, Mir Bakshi, Mir Saman, what we can say that? Sadr and Diwan. So they were the 4 major functionaries. So it means there was 4 major division of work. So that was the division of work. But it was even more centralized than what we can consider Kautilya time. The king was considered as shadow of God. Right? Jile Ilahi, the concept, you know that. So he was, let's say, the shadow of God. Right. And let's say decision was taken by him. Although if Kautilya was for modern administration, so Birbal was for Mughal administration. This. But Birbal has not got the same, that status the way Kautilya has received. Because Kautilya is more, let's say that scholar. You should know that he will come in a more category of a scholar or a philosopher. Birbal may not come, although he may have, let's say, wit, wisdom to give good advice to the king. So this way we can consider. Then the entire empire was divided into Subha. Subha was divided into district. District was divided into Paraganas. And Paraganas were divided into, let's say that further, let's say Chaklas you can say, or villages you can say. Or if you talk in terms of law and order administration, so Thanas, and then let's say that villages. And they had their heads. So that is how there was a centralized system that we'll talk. The centralized administrative system. Then they had also established, no doubt, industries and this and that, tanneries, etc., factories for, let's say, manufacturing of things. But it was not as developed that time, and economy is less known. Rather, by this time, there is more and more emphasis on agriculture, peasantry class, this you will find, and those Rayatwadi system you will find, that kind of system, Jamidari system you will find. Mughal administration time, and practices of peasantry class, land consolidation, land measurement, land revenue. That is how, let's say that revenue administration that time, and some of the measurements that they started, measurement system, land revenue collection system, this, so that time they introduced, which still you can find some remnants here and there. That is how it becomes revenue administration. Then It is called law and order administration. So law and order administration has also a dual administrative system was established. So during Kautilya time, law and order administration is not much known, but if you take Mughal administration times, law and order administration became also, which we still will, let's say, continue. There were also codification of law, means codification of law in the sense civil offences, criminal offences, that kind of things, and for them there were, let's say, laws which defined the quantum of punishment. At the same time, there are also civil affairs. Civil affairs were more guided by religion, tradition, custom. So it is said that there was also lack of uniform civil code. If you link that way, so there was lack of uniform civil code. Rather, the civil codes were decided as per religion, tradition, and custom. Plus, there were, let's say, that legal system, crimes getting divided into civil offences and criminal offences, and policing system was introduced. And this policing system, let's say, that at district level. So district level, it was the way you have dual control system. The system of dual control was introduced, and this is called Faujdar. Faujdar is equal to district magistrate of today. The Faujdar is district magistrate, and he was head of law and order administration. Kotwal was head of police administration. So Kotwal, who can be considered as similar to either inspector also or SP also. So city inspector, you can say. So Kotwal was largely located in city areas. Let's say municipal commissioner, that you say that. Nowadays you have municipal commissioners. So similarly, let's say Kotwal was head of city policing. And at district level, it was the Faujdar who was the head of law and order administration, and he conducted law and order administration through Kotwal, and let's Thanedar. Thanedar means for Thane, police station, that head is Thanedar, and at village there was Chaukidar, so that you still find Chaukidari system, or Chaukidars that we say nowadays, beat constable also. So this way you will find that in general way we can talk about this Mughal administration, but yes, at the same time it has its own weaknesses, which we'll also talk.
The first step towards achieving your dreams is having the right coach. Get the best education with Lukmaan IAS and make your UPSC dreams come true. Download the app now.